The Price of Perfection. It's on ITVX this Thursday. So just to explain a little bit about what the series is about.
OK, so it's a deep dive into the cosmetic industry as it stands in 2024 now. Everything that people are doing, the trends, the motivation, the price they're paying, both with their health and with their money, because some of the amounts of money people are parting with is just insane. And it's looking at everything, the good, the bad, the ugly and the downright dangerous, which is quite often the case.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to kind of, like you said, take a deep dive. We obviously know you do stuff at home with your husband, Brad, and you two had a conversation. What? What did I say?
I just want to do this because you've got a question mark on your head.
Thank
you.
Right.
The giggles
but, no, but there's, you film stuff at home,
yes.
and there's you and Bradley were talking. You and Bradley were talking.
What channel's that on then?
And he's come under a little bit of stick for something he said. So do you want to set this up, what you were discussing, before I show the clip?
Before? So I think, I'm not quite sure how it's cut down, this clip, but we were at home. I did a little chat with him. I've come back off interviewing one of the people I'd met on the documentary, and I just said to him, I can't remember how I worded it, but I was like, if I hadn't done that hair extensions, I still had my gappy teeth, if I had flat chest, do you think I would have caught your eye? And he goes, no.
Right, let's have a look, then we will unpick and discuss.
And then we can roast him.
But then sometimes you'll say to me, I'll look at something in the mirror and I'll say, oh, I might do that, and you'll go, no, I've had enough now.
Yeah, because I don't think you need to do it.
But then, does anyone need to do anything? Do you think you'd look twice at me when we met before Love Island if I had a flat chest, gaps in my teeth, like, you know, hair to hair?
No.
At least you laughed.
Yeah.
The thing is, you did ask him.
I said to him,
honest.
Yeah, exactly. We discussed that clip, and obviously, you know, I could have said let's leave it out, whatever, but I actually think it's really interesting for him to be honest, especially as a male, because we do live in an image-based society where people are valuing the way they look, unfortunately, over a lot of things. That, to me, I'm very secure in our marriage, and that's him not saying that he wouldn't have ever loved me or respected me, but he's just saying what turned his head, which, if most men are honest, and women, to be fair, we're all guilty of it. You know, the apps and all these things you look at, it's based on swiping of a first look. So I think it was quite interesting for him to be so honest like that.
Yeah, because, Brenda, we do. I mean, it's just attraction is a complicated, interesting, wonderful thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and, you know, everyone's swiping or just... Even if you just look across the room.
The saying is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. When I was at school, I will class myself as an ugly duckling, which is why I was picked on because I had big lips, so I was called rubber lips. I was picked on because I had skinny, very skinny legs, and I was called skinny. You know, if you use those words now, it's looked at in a totally different way. But I myself, I was flat-chested at the age of 21. I was still flat-chested. I've grown into them. I've grown into my lips. And I think I'm always saying it's about embracing yourself. And you've got to obviously like yourself first and love yourself first. But it doesn't help when you've got all the social media saying this is the right way to look. By whose imagination? Who said?
There is a leading surgeon, actually, Dr. Michael Prager, nicknamed the King of Botox, and he said that young people have lost the plot when it comes to cosmetic enhancements, and that a visibly enhanced look has become a fashion trend among under 30s. And you mentioned their social media. You know, the thing is, we do judge ourselves. We do look at other people and go, oh, I wish I had her hair, her legs, his chest, whatever. But that's ever been thus. But it seems so much more prevalent now, Olivia, with social media.
I think, like you said, we've always been influenced by other people's beauty standards since the beginning of time. We've just been contacted with that information in a different way. It's a lot more hardcore now with Instagram and things like that, but like you say, perfection, and that's one of the lines through this series that we investigate, is a personal thing. It's not universal. Everyone's idea of what perfect is different. So if you're striving to be perfect for someone else or for society or for Instagram, you're going to fail because you're never going to please everyone. You have to please yourself.
It can be very dangerous. We've all seen and had people interview people that have had surgery that's gone wrong. how well, what's the word I'm looking for, regulated
I mean,
is it?
in this country, it's not. I mean, basically, anyone can inject with filler and Botox, pretty much, and it's quite terrifying.
Do you not have to have a certificate or something to say that you're...
You know, the certificates you can obtain, they don't come close to... They're not a medical licence. It's not, you know, you don't have a training of the anatomy of the face or the vessels or, you know, the way the human body works. So, really, the risk is very high, and we do dive into that in the face episode. And back on the age thing, for some reason, the age of people getting treatments is getting younger and younger and younger, and that is a problem.
There should be a
I think
limit
there should
on
be
it.
some sort of regulation when you know that the risks when you know the risks that are out there. And some of these youngsters, unfortunately, they don't. They just want to be in the in crowd. But some of these doctors or people that are doing it on people under a certain age, say 30, you know, you're still developing, and so maybe they should take some of the responsibility and say, actually, have a think about it, go away, and come back to me in 5-10 years or something.
Well, Olivia delves into this a lot deeper than we can here in just a few minutes. That's The Price of Perfection. That is on ITVX this Thursday. Looking forward to that very much.